Okay, we are ready to wrap up the evening with the Personnel Committee. So with that, we're all here. Clerk, if you would take attendance.
Alderman Tom Grady.
Here.
Alderman Ted Grady.
Here.
Alderman Rapella.
Here.
Alderman Nichols. Here. Alderman Eisenach. Alderman Sevenik. Here. Alderman Hammond. Here. Mayor Merkes. Here. All are present with the absence of Alderman Schmidt. Thank
you, Clerk. At this time, if there's anyone from the public that would like to comment on anything? Okay, we'll close that session also. I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes. Alderman Nichols.
Thank you, Chairman. Move to approve the minutes from the Personnel Committee meeting of March 6, 2023.
Second. We have a motion by Alderman Nichols and a second by Alderman Tom Grady. All those in favor? Aye. Any discussions? All those not in favor? Nays? Minutes are approved. We are here this evening to talk about maybe our clerk has decided to resign, so we have some discussion how to handle the process going forward. And with that, I'll have the city attorney.
Thank you, Chair. I did prepare a memo simply to inform you all that our clerk has chosen to resign and pursue a different career path. We're thankful for the time she spent in the city, and unfortunately, we are set to search for a new city clerk. So what I'm hoping from you today is simply whether a decision on whether you'd like to continue the same process that was used to hire Haley, or whether you'd like to pursue a different approach. The city clerk position is an appointed position by the council, a 3-year term, and that is up next April. So the new clerk would serve the remaining term. The filling of the clerk position by Haley was done through an internal and external process, hiring process, in which the Human Resources Department assisted, but there was also a committee made of 3 members. That was Mayor, President Sevenik, and the Chair of the Personnel Committee, Ted Grady. So simply looking for some discussion and a recommendation on how how this Personnel Committee would like staff to move forward.
Okay. Thank you, Attorney. I think the process that we did last time worked pretty well. I would like to have both members of the Personnel Committee serve as part of the interviewing staff, but I'll entertain some other, I think Alderman Sevenik has some questions, but that would include having the city attorney, the mayor, city council president Stan Sevenik, chair of personnel Alderman Ted Grady, and vice chair of the personnel would be, Rebecca Nichols. Alderman Sevenik, questions?
Well, I thought it ran really well before. I'm okay with that, but if someone else wants to serve, then we get to the point where then we're just excluding a few other council members, and that kind of gets away from it. But I don't know, Mayor, do you have an opinion one way or another? I don't care. So if it's okay, I'll make a motion then that we take your recommendation, which is to add an additional council member, which is the vice chair of the Personnel Committee, to look for a candidate that brings back to this common council, because it is a council appointment for the remainder of Haley's term, not necessarily for a 3-year term. And then once that comes up, then the 3-year term would kick in again.
I'll second that. Okay, so we do have a motion and a second. A motion by Stan Sevenik and a second by Alderman Tom Grady. And Alderman Rapella.
Thank you, Alderman Grady. So this is kind of like little practice session. They have until April 20th, 2024, and then we could decide to keep them or not. So they kind of have a trial period of the rest of this time period until April 20th of 2024, and then kind of redo the whole thing again, technically.
No,
Yeah.
if I could address that.
Oh, go ahead.
So, in my tenure on the council, I hate that term. I can't believe I used it. Jeff Brandt used to use it all the time, but we've never had to, like, appoint somebody and then not reappoint them. That's
Okay.
never happened, and I'm talking since 1981.
Okay.
So, yeah, but like let's say, for instance, it really worked out bad.
Right.
We could reappoint. We could do that at any point,
Sure.
actually. It's a 3-year term. We could do that with the city attorney.
Okay.
We could do that with, is it the assessor? I forget which the other one is, so it's the assessor.
Sure.
So they're 3-year terms, and Haley, you would have gotten another 3-year term if you would have stuck around, so. But I also wish you well, and we can take a vote.
Alderman Nichols.
Thank you. I believe the city attorney is also looking for feedback on what sort of process the personnel committee would like to use.
That's right. So seeking a process consistent with the last go-around, posting internally and externally, consistently with that last process.
So I thank you for that clarification. I'd like to amend the,
No, we don't, point of order.
Go ahead.
You don't have to do that because I said exactly taking her recommendation. The only thing I added was adding Alderman Nichols to the process.
The interviewing staff.
Yes, so that's in the works already.
could I have the motion on the floor read back, please?
The motion that I captured was to add an additional council member, that being Vice Chairman Nichols, to the hiring committee for the remainder of the 3-year term. That was discussed. I don't know, was I missing any portion of that, or? I
Yeah,
didn't-
the last part.
Yeah. Alderman Semick did reinstate kind of what the city attorney had laid out here with the same process.
The only difference I said
only
is we
difference
would
was-
add an additional member, which was the vice chair of the personnel committee.
Right. It's not just another alderman. I want it to be the personnel committee staff, both of them. Is that okay the way it read, Alderman Nichols?
I just want to verify and clarify then, so I'm clear and everyone else here is clear, that is the process that we're being asked to approve, one that lets both internal and external candidates apply at the same time. It's not 2 separate processes. I just want to make sure we're all understanding that.
Yes, that's
Yes.
right. Yep. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other comments or questions? We'll have a voice vote.
A voice vote or roll call? You need roll call?
Well, yeah, I thought roll call wasn't working, so we kind of went around with voice votes before.
Just want all those in favor, or do you want it individually reported vote?
Individual. Okay. My bad. Roll call.
Alderman Tom Grady? Aye. Alderman Ted Grady?
Aye.
Alderman Rapella?
Aye.
Alderman Nichols? Alderman Eisenach? Alderman Sevenick? Alderman Hammond? Mayor Marcus? Motion carries 7-0. 8-0, sorry.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn?
We have a motion to adjourn by Alderman Grady and Tom Grady, and seconded by Alderman Nichols. All those in favor? Any opposed? We are adjourned.